Good evening, YouTube land. So, we are going to go down memory lane and revisit Linkin Park. They started in Agoura, California in 1996 and released their debut album, Hybrid Theory, in 2000, which, in my opinion, is their best album. It was groundbreaking for nu metal, and it was one of those albums that will remain a cornerstone album in that genre. So, let's get started. Everybody knows what that is as soon as the piano kicks in.
You guys have been great so far. Let me hear you guys keep singing this. You guys sing Chester's parts. Come on. Here we go. It starts with one thing. I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know. Time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock ticks life away and it's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on and didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. One thing, I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard. Despite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised that it got so. Things are the way they were before. You wouldn't.
So, they're back and forth. Chester and Mike Shinoda's wasn't really a thing in the early days. Bands you didn't really have two singers, especially a screamer and a rapper. Linkin Park really changed the formula for music, especially rock music, and the dynamics that two different voices can bring to a band.
Even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. Kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all.
So this song was one of the big anthemic songs of the early 2000s. You really felt in Chester's part he was a prisoner in his own skin and he was trying to claw his way out or get out of whatever situation he was in. And this song, at least to me, was his ultimate cry for help.
But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Thank you guys very much. Thank you very
So that was Linkin Park playing probably their biggest hit off of their first album, Meteor, that came out in 2000. So my impression of this live version is that I'm a musician. I've played music, guitar for 15 years, gone to a lot of different shows, and for this live video, this live concert, I didn't really feel that the band was feeling this song musically or lyrically. I think the only person in the band that, at least at this time, had still a connection to this song was Shinoda. Because, he went out into the crowd, he was a little more animated than the rest of the band. He did his parts more with emotion, where the other guys were more like, oh, this is my job, this is what I'm doing. But I can also understand that because, in the end, was probably one of their biggest songs, if not their biggest song. So they played it millions and millions of times, and I'm sure that it has lost meaning for some of them over the years. Even though this was just filmed in 2008, they've been playing that song for, you know, 8 years straight. It was in every single set. I don't know if it still is now. I lost track of this band after Meteor. I really did not like their third album. I did not like that they drastically changed their sound and went to more pop rock. That's where the money was. Um, but in the end, pun intended, one of the last things Chester did before he sadly passed is he co-wrote a song with Mark Morton, the Lamb of God, called Cross Off, where he went back to his metal slash new metal vocals. And when he was doing the song with Mark, he was telling him that he missed doing that kind of singing, and that when he heard the tracks that Mark sent him, he really felt attached to the song, and he really wanted to sing over it, and he really enjoyed doing it. And it was, I guess, his way of saying, I want to get back into this somewhat, maybe do a side project, or maybe just a few songs here and there. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to do any more of that because, as you know, he sadly took his life. And in the music video for Cross Off, Chester's not there. And all the singing parts, especially the emotional singing parts and the screaming parts, it pans to an empty microphone. And it's just one of the saddest things ever because hearing how Chester felt about this song, it would have been a great joy to all of us to see him in this music video singing and just really getting into the music and letting his body express that. It would have been nice to see that again. That it's like back in the year 2000 where he's living for the music again and it really invokes something in him emotionally. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this, and I hope you're having a great day or night wherever you're at. And as always, keep it metal.